Good afternoon. It is March 18th. This is Debbie Davis. I just wanted to let people know I had something happen last night. I was on the phone with somebody, and so I have we have Verizon in these areas, and it's really pretty much a monopoly. This towers, I believe it's a 5G tower. Well, I mean, basically, I've been saying this for a while. I mean, they're using these 5G towers as weapon. It used to just be 3G. So I don't know why we can't just go back to 3G. But anyway, what happened last night is I was on the phone with somebody. I started getting super sick, and I started feeling like something was hitting me through the phone. And I got super sick to the point where I was nauseous and I had to throw up. And it was some kind of weapon coming right through the tower, a Verizon tower. So, and I know, and I've talked about this before when I've been at Verizon in Minneapolis and in South Dakota. The people working there seem to be in cahoots with the police. There's two times now where they've reported me in the store, and I've had cops following me to the Verizon. They've been watching me right outside the Verizon store. This happened in Minnesota and in South Dakota. So I believe that the telecommunication companies, especially Verizon, are 100% involved in illegal stalking. And I believe there's half the time people can't get a hold of me, and half the time my texts or my emails don't go through. They say they're not getting them. So somebody in the telecommunications industry is doing this to me, and I believe it's Verizon and these people that work on the deep state side of the telecommunications companies. The person I was talking to last night said that Cliff High, his background is telecommunications. I don't know. This guy, I've listened to him a few times, and really nothing that he's said comes to fruition, really, is what I've heard. I mean, so, you have to understand, there's people that enjoy, like, hearing themselves speak or something, like it's all about their ego. Like Stu Webb, he turned out to be a horrible person to me. I was on his show a few times. He likes to act like he's a good guy, but he's not. Okay. And pretend like it's like, this is how I see 107. I think maybe this Cliff High is another person. Like they like to act like they know a lot, but they don't have good intentions in the end. Okay. This is the same thing that I had with Stu Webb. Stu Webb, I was on his radio show multiple times. I thought he was a federal whistleblower. I thought he was a trustworthy person. I had him out as I actually rented my house to him in South Dakota, and he rented for a few months, and he caused damage to my house. Okay, and of course I can't trust the local sheriff to do a proper police report, and they wouldn't do a police report for the damage. But that's what happened to me with Stu Webb. It's really hard to know who to trust. There's a lot of these people that pretend like they're good guys, and really they're bad guys. Like I said, I think it's this 107 guy. I think he's pretending like he's a good guy. It talks a lot, seems to know a lot, but that doesn't mean that they have good intentions. Okay, just because they know a lot, we have to remember that does not mean they have good intentions for our welfare. Okay, and this is what I found out with Stu Webb. He started doing all these things to my house without permission, and he was violent to my other renter. He actually verbally assaulted him, and pointed a gun at him. Stu Webb has a gun, and and things like that. I mean, it just was crazy. So I ended up having to kick him out, and then he caused damage to my house because I was kicking him out. I was trying to do the guy a favor. He's on a limited Social Security income, and then he does this kind of thing. So to me, I'm finding that a lot of these people that are on some of these shows, like Stu Webb, has had for years, and I'm thinking probably this Cliff High guy, if he's one of these telecommunications people, he might, it doesn't necessarily mean he's a good guy. He could be a bad guy, a bad side of it. Okay, so I think we have to be just a lot more careful who we listen to. It's like, just because people know a lot doesn't mean they're on the good side. It could mean very well that they're on the bad side, the deep state side. And a lot of times they are. So I think I'm one of the very, very few whistleblowers that's still alive. I mean, there's so many whistleblowers that are dead in the Obama era. And I could tell you firsthand that there's not a single whistleblower agency that's going to help you. Don't bother. They're all infiltrated by the CIA. I also tried to get a hold of Chuck Grassley, who was supposed to be the senator that is supposed to be investigating whistleblower claims. He didn't do a thing. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that, like I said, he's another one of those guys, acts like a good guy. No, he's not. I mean, I guess that's my video for today, is just beware who you listen to. Just because people know a lot doesn't mean they have good intentions with the information they know. Okay. But this was scary, and I believe this was a direct, and I believe they used the Verizon tower. It was very obvious it was coming from the phone. I had to bring the phone away from me, and I had to hang up, and I had to go in the room and throw up. It was a very severe something that came right through the phone, and then as soon as I got the phone, I started feeling better. So as soon as I got off the phone, so I know it was something came right through the phone. So this is what just happened to me yesterday. Okay.